Hi everyone, good morning. Okay, so I just want to go ahead and get on my computer here. So if anybody makes any comments, if anyone's able to jump on, I can go ahead and see those while I am recording this. Just give me a second. Okay, hi Brandy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I just wanted to jump on here this morning, have some morning mindset stuff. So this is kind of what's been on my mind. So I think that, hello, hi Mom. I think that a lot of us go through life trying to be what everybody else wants us to be. Who everybody else wants us to be. And we get so caught up in the people pleasing, in the wanting to just make everybody happy, wanting to, wanting to, we just want to live our lives so that we have gratification for the human that we are. We want to feel wanted and needed and loved and all of those things. So we're seeking approval from everybody around us. And in that process, I feel like we get lost a lot of the times and even realizing who we are, who I am, who you are. Because it's real easy to get wrapped up in being a mom, a wife, a husband, a daughter, a sister, a friend, all of the things. And when we feel like we are not making everybody else happy around us or doing the things that everybody thinks that we should be doing, then we feel bad about ourselves. Then we try even harder to do those things. And in the process, we're not doing anything that fills our soul with joy. So I had watched this video a couple weeks ago. It was by Matthew McConaughey, and he was giving a speech, and it was brilliant. And his preface of the whole thing was, who am I not? And you have to figure out who you're not so you can figure out who you are. So that's what I want to talk about today. I want each of you to be able to start to figure out who you're not so that maybe you can find a couple little pieces of joy of who you actually are, and in those ways start moving forward in that capacity. So, for example, I am not somebody who likes to get up super early in the morning. I just don't. In my mind, I want to be that person because everybody else seems like they're getting up and they're doing their thing and they're able to do it and whatever. I'm not. I like sleep. I need a certain amount of sleep, and if I'm not, I'm cranky and I'm not nice, and it's not a good thing. So I am not somebody who likes to get up super early, like before everybody else does. Now, if I could go to bed at maybe 7 o'clock, then that would work, but that's not realistic because I'm a mom. Okay, so that, I am not somebody who likes to be in super crowded places. For me personally, super crowded places, being an empath, a medium, somebody who can tune into other people's energy, it's so overwhelming for me. I just start to have anxiety. I can't enjoy myself. It's not something that I enjoy doing. It doesn't bring me joy. Therefore, I don't like to go to super crowded places. If I do go to those places, I have to kind of step away and be in a space where I'm not surrounded by people up against me a lot, and kind of reground myself, recenter myself, take a couple deep breaths, you know what I mean? And then I can kind of go back in for a little bit, but it's not something that brings me joy. So I am not somebody who can be in crowded places. I am not, I mean, this is silly, but I'm just riffing off the top of my head. I am not somebody who likes to, I'm a big reader and I love books. I love the smell of books, whatever. So I am not somebody who likes to get on a Kindle and read. I don't find joy in that. Even though I'm reading the same thing, it's just something that I don't like to do. I am not somebody who likes to read in that way. You know, I am not somebody who, let's see, what else don't I like? You know, there's a lot of things I don't like. But what I want you to do is I want you to think about some things that you're not, that come off the top of your head. This doesn't have to be like super hard or anything like that. Just things that you're not, okay? So that we can move into the things that you are. So think about it in a sense of who you're not with your hobbies. Like, what things don't you like to do? What things don't bring you joy? Food, places to go or be or whatever. Yes, Greg, technology. Technology is not something that brings me joy, but I am learning. But it's just, it's a process. That's very true. So what I want you to do is I want you to sit down and I want you to figure out, even if it's just one little thing or two little things that don't bring you joy, the things that you are not. And then I want you to sit, because that's going to help you eliminate the things. And it could be things that like your family wants you to do, or that expects from you, or that wants you to do or be, or all of the things. You know what I mean? Like, what things don't bring you joy? And then from there, you can kind of look at that list and you can switch it and you can be, well, if that doesn't bring me joy, then what does? What does bring me joy? For me, I love to meditate. I know it sounds silly, but it's like my way of being able to just feel centered and balanced. I feel like I can have my connection with God and spirit and universe and angels and guides, and it just makes me feel good in ways I can't describe. I am somebody who loves to read books. I love to have a book and be able to smell the pages. I know that's probably weird to some people, but I love it. It just brings me genuine joy. You know what I mean? I am somebody who honestly is a homebody. Like, I love being at home. It's my space. It's my environment. It's who I am. I feel comfortable. It makes me happy. Like, that's who I am. You know, so therefore then you can take those things that you are, your strengths, your joys, all of those things, and then move those into a part of your life, whether that be maybe a career change, maybe just a new hobby, maybe that's just recognizing something that makes you happy for you and not everybody else. You have to remember that every day you are the one who is waking up in your body, looking at yourself in the mirror and living your life. So you have to do things that bring you joy. And I'm not saying, you know, don't do anything for your family or anything like that. I mean, there's a balance, but you can't be the piece of that gets nothing. You have to get something. You have to be happy. So my challenge to you guys all is to just go and figure out the things that you are not, so that you can move into the things that you are, and then from there you can find some happiness. And like I said, that could be with a new job, that could be with a new hobby, that could be with just trying something new, taking a couple minutes every day for yourself in some capacity that brings you joy because it's for you. Yeah. So it's gonna, finding the things that you are not will help you to get rid of the excuses and the wasted time that you have been in, so that you can move into who you are. And it doesn't have to be a huge change. It doesn't have to be like all the things, just one little thing at a time. And as you build on that, it's going to compound. And before you know it, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm a better mom, I'm a better wife, I'm a better friend, daughter, all of the things, because you're finding those little pieces in your day to be able to put forth the things that make you happy, that bring you joy. And it doesn't have to take up your whole day. It doesn't have to be a whole thing. It's just those moments, those pockets. And once you get clear on what it is that you really like or want or that bring you joy, you're going to get rid of the excess wasted time of the things, you know what I mean, that have kind of been dragging you down. And sometimes, I know for me, I've actually got caught up in the thoughts and all of that mind chatter that kind of can suck the life out of you, because you think, oh, I have to go do this, or I have to go do this. I mean, yes, we have things we have to do, laundry, whatever. But it's like all of the moments in between, you're so focused on those things that take your joy away that you get caught up in your mind chatter, and then you're so disgruntled and kind of pissy and just frustrated with the world that's how the rest of your day ends up going. Where if you really focus on this and you make yourself a priority and you figure out the things that bring you joy, then whenever you have to go and do the things that, aren't necessarily the greatest or the funnest or the things that, bring you the most joy in your life, you can do those quickly, almost in a gratitude way. Because you know that when you're done with that, these other pockets of time aren't going to be wasted on mind chatter and mindless things, where you're going to have something to focus on, because you know that there's something that's going to bring you joy around the corner. And then all of a sudden your days are going to switch and they're going to be better, and you're going to feel better. And like I said, you're just going to end up being in a better mind space. You're going to end up being in a better physical space. Everything is just going to compound, one thing after another. So, yes, that is what I wanted to talk about today. So if you guys, if you're catching the replay, just put replay on there. If you feel like somebody could benefit from this or hearing this, feel free to share my video, or have them direct them to my page, have them like my page so they'll get notifications whenever I go live, because I want to start jumping on here, like I said, more and doing more things about this, and just kind of giving little snippets of kind of the way that my mind thinks and the things that I think about, and different things that I've done for myself to try to improve and be happier, because that's what it's all about. It's about being here as humans and trying to be as happy as you can be while you're trying to fumble your way through it and figure it out. And every day is a new challenge. Every day is a new journey, all of the things. So it's like, if you can kind of figure this stuff out for yourself, and then there's no wasted space, there's no wasted time, you have things to look forward to, and they're things that are going to fill you up and make your soul happy. And that's what it's all about, because until your soul is happy, you can't be the best version of you. Sometimes you have to just take the time to make yourself important so that you can figure out what's going to make you happy. All around, you're going to be a better person, a better human, a better parent, a better friend, a better sibling, a better spouse, all of the things. So, all right. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope that this helps somebody. I hope that you all have a wonderfully blessed day, and I will talk with you all later. Bye, guys. Thank you.